Daniel Bryan has officially retired from full-time in-ring competition. We talk about all of that and more right here on the We Book It Podcast. People, whoa, what's up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the We Book It Podcast. I am here with two of my very good friends and co-hosts. I have my man, Coach Min.
Gentlemen, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, man. And then, of course, back from the dead, like the Undertaker, rising up from the ashes, my man, the myth, the legend himself, Fritos.
Gentlemen, fans, I do apologize for taking a couple of weeks off. Don't worry, I do have a story about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, man.
Oh, hang on, I got some knocking. This is odd. Give me a second. No one knocks up here. Oh my God, gentlemen! Once in a lifetime deal here. We have a very special guest. It is Rhea Ripley, aka Mommy, from Monday Night Raw. Oh my God! We have a special guest here joining the pod as she stands behind me menacingly, staring at God. We are so glad you are here.
The sad thing is, I knew it was going to be something stupid, but he still had me on the edge of my seat.
You know, when he started off his intro, I just knew it was going to be something because he was looking around all weird. And I'm like, oh, God, he's going to do something. He's going to pull so many stunts. I'm just thankful he kept his clothes on for this one.
I thought we were going to get a Frito's fiance sighting on this podcast. That's what I was.
That's true. She never has been a part of the pod.
I was like,
and she loves wrestling.
Fiance,
dude, hook her up.
Your official introduction since you helped me.
Well, hold on. Wait.
Hey.
Woo. Wait,
There
no, hold on.
She helped me out.
Send her the link.
A couple of weeks.
I was gonna say.
We're gonna get a special room for her so that way we don't ever talk and yell at each other like we normally do. You know, couple stuff.
Yeah, no,
I think you guys' fights are funny.
Thank you. Someone's got to enjoy them.
I mean, usually when a couple is arguing and I'm around, it's usually like pretty awkward. But with you guys, I'm just like, I just kind of sit back and relax and like, I wonder how far this one's going to go.
Not too far, just me joking around.
Here we go, fellas. Better couples fight. Fritos and his fiance or me and Killian?
I don't think anything can top you and Killian.
Yeah. He's the bane of my existence. We all know this. But yeah, no, we definitely got a lot planned. Frito's definitely looking forward to having your wonderful, beautiful fiance, soon to be wife, on the podcast. Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you get a wrestling fan as a wedding gift?
I mean, she got me this. That's damn near Rhea Ripley right there.
Okay, no. I'm okay. So both of you are wrestling fans. Clearly, obviously, you are more of a wrestling fan than she is. But you guys are both wrestling fans, and you're getting married. Like, what would be a good wedding gift for you guys?
I told her, if we're giving each other gifts, we already worked something out with her. But on my side, I want the world heavyweight title. Do my entrance for my wedding reception. They're playing whatever intro. I'm going to think of one and just let the band play it. And here I just come out there. I'm going to have like little sparklers going off, bottle rockets, keep it real classy. Maybe burn down the tent. Who knows? but it's going to be low-class production. Someone's going to get hurt. It's not going to be me. I'll make sure of it.
As Mark Henry
Please.
says, somebody's going to get their ass whooped.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so first and foremost, guys, we want to start off by acknowledging the fact that Bryan Danielson has officially retired from full-time pro wrestling. That is the rumor that is going around. He wrestled against John Moxley at Wrestle Dream, and John Moxley literally kicked the living crap out of him. He was then escorted out of the ring on a stretcher, with Excalibur crying, and basically everybody there in shock as he lost the AEW World Heavyweight Championship to John Moxley, who now becomes a two-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Really, really weird how they did this. It almost feels like Tony Khan knew things were coming to an end for Daniel Bryan, so he had him beat Swerve. And now, like I said, but I mean, you kind of killed Swerve's momentum and Swerve's run just so Daniel Bryan could have a moment in the sun before he drove off into the sunset. However, at the same time, I do still think Daniel Bryan will be around. I do think that he will from time to time wrestle, but he will no longer be an active wrestler. So, with that being said, how did you guys feel about the match, first and foremost? And how did you guys feel about Daniel Bryan and his career in total? Bryan Danielson. I'm sorry, guys. I keep doing that.
We all do.
I mean, yeah, it happens. I thought the match in itself, I thought it was a really good match. I think it told a great story between the new version of the BCC or the BBCC, however you want to say it. But I thought it was really good storytelling on how they did that. And with Bryan Danielson, I saw this on Twitter actually earlier today, and I can't remember who the user is, so I apologize if the user is a podcast listener and I didn't give you credit for it. It was...
Wow.
I know. Bryan Danielson got his thank you moment at All In by winning off of Swerve. And then he got his farewell last night at Wrestle Dream. And it makes sense. And the reports are saying that Bryan wanted his last match to be against John Moxley. And he wanted it to go out this way because that's just how the story would have gone. And I think that just speaks to true professionalism by him. And he actually is legit hurt. Like he'll probably have neck surgery again. We definitely won't see him full time, but will we see him wrestle again? Probably in some capacity, but it'll be very limited and it'll be maybe a once a year kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm seeing might happen, but he had a terrific career, not bad for somebody who was an indie star and then was only remembered for being on Tough Enough and being the Mrs. Rookie.
And for strangling Michael Cole.
And that, yes.
Definitely strangle Michael Cole.
I haven't seen the whole match. I do apologize. It's been a chaotic weekend. We'll explain on, later on my personal story. Spoiler. I have a fun story about Monday Night Raw, folks. And it continues on, but I did see some of the clips where, the stretcher and all that, just the crowd being dead silent. You could hear a mouse fart, basically, in there. Just everyone's punching. I know they said he's seriously hurt. I don't know. I haven't fully seen the match. But if he needs neck surgery, I personally don't think he needs to come back as a wrestler. Now, maybe if he goes back to his managerial role or as a GM or even as someone that is a veteran presence in the locker room to help those younger guys. I think that's what AEW is missing a lot. I mean, he's been there on the wrestling side, but if he's just back there, just being a guidance, really, I think that would help at least with AEW and the talent. and be a bright side on his career, have his impact in the business. Now, for his career, I can't really say much. Coach really said everything that I was thinking. So,
Bonafide Hall of Famer. Bonafide Hall of Famer. That
mm-hmm.
that Yes Movement run that he had alone changed the whole trajectory of his career. It probably changed the amount of money that he made and the amount of money that WWE offered him, which was from what I'm hearing, a crazy, insane amount of money to stay there. And I mean, WWE must be planning something for him or a documentary for him or something like that because they literally just trademarked the yes chance again. So they put in the trademark for that. So I don't know if they're gonna come out with some merch, a video, movie, documentary, something for him. Definitely has to be in the works here in the near future. But yeah, the when I think about Daniel Bryan, I mean he was one of the best technical professional wrestlers I ever enjoyed watching. Like I said, I loved his matches. I loved, his moments, and I love Team Hell No. Like I said, that was one of my favorite Daniel Bryan things that he did. Him and Kane were pure hilarious, and a lot of it was leaning on the funny side of Daniel Bryan. Heel Daniel Bryan was hilarious. But then he also showed that he could be a superstar and that he was wanted, and got the rub from John Cena, obviously, and then from there went on to become WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Just couldn't stay healthy. I mean, it's a story of a lot of the indie wrestlers that turn and come to like WWE or come to a big company. I mean, a lot of them they take their bumps and bruises going through the indies. And then, like I said, once they get to WWE or they get to an AEW, they just can't stay healthy. Their bodies are breaking down. So, I mean, I wish Daniel Bryan nothing but the best. I thank him for all of the great memories, all of the great moments um, of wrestling, not only AEW but WWE and also Ring of Honor. And like I said, I hope and pray for a speedy recovery for him and that he doesn't have any long term damage. But that neck stuff is seriously the neck and the concussion stuff is very very serious. So we want to make sure we send prayers up and special well wishes for Daniel Bryan that if he is seriously injured, that he gets healed up pretty quickly here. Moving right along, let us talk about one thing that I did not see coming this soon, but I guess it's right on course for it to come. We have Kevin Owens finally turning on Cody Rhodes, but not just on Cody Rhodes, also on that man Randy Orton. So literally, that man Kevin Owens has been on a rampage like none other, and I cannot. I for one am super excited to see what they decide to do with Kevin Owens here in the near future. I think we're about to get the best version of Kevin Owens. I went on TikTok and I posted one of my TikTok videos, and literally it was Friday, and I just said we're about to see the best version of Kevin Owens because he won't have the same constraints that the last heel Kevin Owens had. And they're really gonna make him out to be an ass kicker, like legit, just like beating people up. And on top of that, I mean, like I said, like he just hauled off and punched Cody Rhodes and started beating him up in front of his tour bus. Like I said, and he stomped him to the ground. And then he did the same thing to Randy Orton on Friday Night SmackDown. So, what did you guys think about how they're turning Kevin Owens? It's more of Triple H's style of turning you heel. Like he's a bad guy, but it's a warranted bad guy. It's not just like, oh, I'm a bad guy for the sake of being a bad guy. It's more like it's warranted that he's a bad guy. He really should be pissed at Cody Rhodes for being so buddy buddy with the bloodline after Kevin Owens dropped his whole career to go help Cody Rhodes win the WWE title and finish his story. He lifted Cody Rhodes up on his shoulders. He was there celebrating him 41, and during 40 after the match. And then all of that just for Cody Rhodes to become buddy buddy all of a sudden with freaking Roman Reigns. Are you kidding me? What did you guys think?
It's Drew 2.0. That's the best way of putting it. I mean, I love everything from when he came out during the women's match rocking the Dusty Road shirt, which, by the way, is up there from the most villainous things ever for him, then turning on Randy and everything, which it makes the storyline more interesting too. I think right now, besides the Bloodline stuff, this is the best storyline now because it's also building up for Randy and against Cody. I know right now what matches exactly they're doing. There's talks about Roman, Rock, and Cody in a triple threat. But if they don't do that and decide to go full Roman and Rock because they're not ready to pull the trigger, they're waiting for a slow build for that, which I'm fine. But I think it would be perfect in Vegas. But if they decide to do Roman Rock, set up for Randy and Cody because the way he was holding that title and gave that little smirk, them voices were talking. Those voices were talking and not ready for a heel turn. So I think this plays everything with Kevin is going to play into that storyline going on.
Yeah, it's a very unique way to make him turn. And what I mean by that is they're relying on the fans to make sure that they show the turn happening. I mean, that never happens. And I love how they make it, they've been making it like an internal thing, like in an actual sports league or something, where it's like, we're not allowed to talk about this, but an incident did happen and everything. Like Joe Tessitore did it best on Monday night when Wade Barrett was saying Kevin Owens did, and then Tessitore cut him off and said, we're not supposed to talk about this, but there are rumblings happening. We just can't talk about it right now. Like that, I don't remember the last time that's happened to when they have done that, or if it's been done before. As for the storyline wise, I find this is kind of a funny bit that they're doing with Kevin, and that he's trying to explain why he turned and what he thinks about Cody teaming with the Bloodline, but he always gets cut off or they turn the mic off or something. So we never actually know what he's been saying to warrant this turn. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that part more when he can do an actual promo and be like, this is what happened. And of course he'll say it for his side. Cody will come out and say it on what happened on his side. Like then it'll just become a he said kind of thing. But yeah, this is Kevin Owens is best when he is a heel because he can be a dick and he's really good at it. And that's nothing against him.
Believable.
I know he's a great guy out of the ring and everything, but some people were just born to be heels, and Kevin Owens is that. The only time he's good at being a face is when he's doing a comedy act, because he's really good at that too. But yeah, he is born to be a heel. And so I'm excited. This is probably going to be Survivor Series when this happens.
Yep.
KO versus Cody round 2. I don't think Cody's going to lose the title to where it's a short run for KO, but if the crowd's buying into it, they could pull a quick one on him to where KO wins the title for a little bit and then Cody gets it right back.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
I think it would be good.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I would not be mad about that at all. I think that Kevin Owens has done. Again, you have so many people that are responsible for this boom in wrestling, and Kevin Owens is definitely one of those people. When you really think about what he did with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, it really started off with him and Seth Rollins, and then went into Stone Cold Steve Austin. Then went into him fighting the Bloodline. Then went into him and Sami Zayn fighting. Then went into him and Sami Zayn becoming friends again and teaming with each other and everything like that. And I mean, like I said, so you can go back as far as 2022, and his story has been one of the more remarkable ones. Definitely something that everybody has wanted to watch and has entertained us all. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's really been great.
I think that's everything. I think Fritos already gave his thoughts.
Yeah, I did.
You guys just stood there and look at me. It's like, okay, is my screen? Australia was today. Okay, well, if that's everybody's thought, then we need to know what Coachman's thought is for who to watch for in wrestling. All right, Coachman, it's on to you, sir.
Okay, there we go. Make sure my mic was on. All right. We have a couple of matches this week that one is a return and the other one is a debut. So, first off, on Tuesday on the CW for NXT, Nikita Lyons makes her return and battles Lola Vice. And if you have not watched either of them wrestle, you're in for a treat. But more importantly, Nikita Lyons, because she had a lot of momentum going until she got hurt. And so this is going to be something that I'm very curious to watch, as if they're going to continue her momentum or are they going to try and build something else for her. So definitely something to watch. As for the debut, Friday Night SmackDown, the Motor City Machine Guns are rumored to be making their debut. I totally believe that is happening. They have been amazing on the indie circuits, and they are one of the elite tag teams in all of wrestling. And now that they're in WWE, I truly believe they are going to make a run at the bloodline after they get a couple of wins under their belts to where they're the new tag team champions. I'm very excited. They are a great group. And let's not forget that in before Naomi came back to WWE, they had a little bit of a fun time together with the Motor City Machine Guns and Naomi. I saw this video right before we got on here. They quote unquote nickname was the Glow Guns. So I'm kind of hoping that they cross paths shortly after the debut and maybe get a tease of Naomi helping those guys out too. But that's nor here nor there. So that is who to watch for this week. Nikita Lyons, Motor City Machine Guns.
All right. Thank you so much, Coachman. Ooh, can you hear me? All right. Thank you so much, Coachman, for that who to watch for in wrestling for this week. We appreciate it. As always, cannot wait to see the Motor City Machine Guns in WWE. They already hinted at it. We've been seeing the videos, the vignettes. I love that they started bringing back vignettes for wrestlers as well. I love a lot of what Triple H is doing booking wise, but like I said, this is definitely one of my favorite things that they've brought back is the vignettes, letting you know, hey, certain superstars are coming back or going to debut in a certain time. I think that it builds anticipation because I know I'm gonna be glued next week when it's the Motor City Machine Guns against I can never say their name.
Santos Escobar's group. That's all.
Yeah, Santos Escobar. Is they're like La Fantasma or something like that?
Yeah, but I think they changed it to something else again. I can't.
Just can't get right, man. Just can't get right. Speaking of can't get right, I don't know about you guys, but I think we might be in for a Goldberg return to wrestling. Folks, we talked about it at the Bad Blood review. Me and Coachman did. I'm desperately waiting to hear Frito's comments on what he thinks about Goldberg's return at Bad Blood to WWE, even though we all thought he was AEW bound, had even had conversations with Tony Khan speaking about potentially coming over to the AEW brand because Goldberg does want one last run in wrestling and he does want his farewell tour. Like I said, so what do you think, Fritos? Do we have another Goldberg run in the works? And how would you, Mr. Booker of the Year, Booker of the Millennium, Booker of the Century, how would you book a Goldberg return? I'm sitting back on this one. I just want to hear what my man Frito got.
I'm Team Bret Hart, so fuck Goldberg. Ain't getting no return. First, have fun, folks. You're welcome. I'm so back. So this is how I see it. The fact that they did it during a Gunther segment, I feel like this is replacing Brock Lesnar and Gunther, only because that is Gunther's dream match. I feel like that's almost a consolation prize for just their legacy of, muscular, big, powerful men. Honestly, I wish the Saudi show, I know they're not doing it, which I do love how they're doing the championship matches. Not changing, just two champions proving who's the best one. Whenever the next Saudi show is, it should be Gunther putting him out of his misery. Just going at it. I'm just tired of Goldberg. I am. He doesn't have it. He's older. We can see it. He may think he's still got a little bit left in the tank. I don't want to see it. He's one of the few guys I don't think deserves a farewell match. He did contribute, but at the same time, he's just not up there for me and legacy-wise where I say, you know what? Let him put his boots in the middle of the ring, call it a day. He deserved it, not him. It's just, But that's how at least I would book it. Just a slow or a quick little build-up. Him and Gunther trading promos, going at it. Saudi, they quick 15-minute match. Nothing where someone's getting squashed. Trying to, Gunther put him over and building up Gunther's legacy, really.
I would say the one thing about this, about him wanting a retirement match and everything, I feel like it should just be a one-match thing because we got 2 return Goldberg runs with him being champion.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need another one. If it's one match, fine. But yeah, we don't need him to win a championship or anything like that. This isn't like John Cena's farewell tour where we all want to see him win the title one more time. When Goldberg did it the first time, when he beat Lesnar, everyone was like, oh, that's so cool and everything. And especially the way he did it too, was beating him in 7 seconds, pretty much, or not, less than a minute. I can't remember the exact time, but everyone was like, oh, that's so cool that he squashed Lesnar and now he's the champion. And then Goldberg turned into a Lesnar.
And don't forget the storyline too, where he said he wanted to do this so his son could experience it too.
Yeah.
So to me, that is good storytelling, right? Just with the COVID run when he became champion again, garbage. And
that was awful.
They're going to do with this. I mean, if they build up right, I believe in Triple H. He could book it properly. It's just, I just don't want to see it. I mean, for like the Saudi audience, this would be perfect. This is money in their pockets because this is the type of stuff they love. They're the ones that got the D-Generation X versus the Brother Destruction, that crappy-ass match, that horrendous match. It's just, that's what
Brutal.
their fans are starting, get back to the old stuff, and they're just reminiscing. And it's just giving these older guys a chance for money. Don't put it on, if they're doing it, not on the main pay-per-view. I don't care. Throw it to Saudi so they can get their money. Or if they bring it back to Atlanta, if that's their way of saying, all right, this is it, you're done, we're not doing any more work with you, you're going to have your farewell in Atlanta in front of your city, in your state, that's it.
Fair enough. I like it. Book out the Georgia Dome. I mean, he's had some of his best memories at the Georgia Dome. Beat Hogan for the WCW title, Georgia Dome. Like I said, I mean, obviously played football there, did a lot of things there. I would not be mad about that. But yeah, Fritos, I like the way you just booked that, man. We will see if it comes to pass, even though you was hating on Goldberg. We will see. What I do want to talk to you about, Fritos, and what I want to know is you have to share with us the amazing story of your night on Monday Night Raw. We have to hear.
Yes.
All right.
I've been waiting all week for this.
It's kind of a 2-weeker. So I missed last week because last Wednesday, your boy here turned the dirty 30. Just to let you know, celebrated myself. Got a new Game of Thrones tattoo. If you can't, the Northander here. Us Newts never forget. Got hammered Saturday night during the Bad Blood pay-per-view, and I made everyone watch it too. I found a
Good for
TV.
you.
I was able to hook up a Peacock, and I said, I don't care. You're not touching this. This is my goddamn birthday. You touch it, I'm fighting you. I will spear you at this bar. Got hammered, then proceeded to watch WoW at one of my favorite Watering Holes crannies. Good times. And so, some people are trying to change it, and I threaten them again. I will spear you through that glass door if you touch that. Now my bar. But Monday early, get ready, go to the show. My fiance got these tickets for me. We're supposed to be where the ramp's at, where it splits. So if you're looking behind commentary, you're supposed to be on the left-hand side at that very end of that guardrail right there. So we arrive, we scan the tickets. The scanner goes red. Beep, beep. Lady goes, uh-oh. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, your seats got moved. We don't know where they're at. Go to the box office, they'll help you. My fiance was pissed. She spent a lot of money on these tickets. And her thirst thought was, they moved us in the goddamn nose fucking assholes. But it's fine. It gets better. So we walk to, you're welcome. So we walk to the box office. We show the lady the phone. She goes, okay. Hands us the physical tickets, whips up a map. And she goes, all right, so you see this here? You're going to be right here. And on the map, we are second row behind commentary. We both pause, look at each other, jaws dropped, look back to the lady. She goes, yep, have fun. Hand us the tickets, and we go down there. We're down there watching some of the dark matches, whatever, for a main event. I get up, get a soda pop, and there's a lady here. She's talking to my fiance. She literally had different seats, bought tickets, and just moved up there. She goes, yeah, this row's empty, the front row. And she goes, just move up. The security guard did not give a shit. So we literally just moved a seat up, and we're right behind Joe Tessitore and Wade throughout the whole night. They come out. Joe's talked to me. I give him a high five. Extremely nice guy. Wade talked to me. Show goes on, and it's about to start the show. Joe Tessitore the sign and goes, all right, you're going to be on TV. We're going to have you do the sign. And they're kind of directing me, make sure I'm on the screen when Jay comes out after doing his promo with going on. And by the way, I've had a few people go, did you make that? No. If that was me, that'd be 20 times shittier. All right? That is by far better than anything I can do. So whoever,
dude, I knew that wasn't your handwriting.
Yeah, it's too nice. It's way too nice.
I was like, it's legible. It's legible. I could see it. There's no way Fritos made that.
And it's got proper grammar. Point, I would just put a period. Huh. So I'm doing all of that. We're screaming. And then a little bit after that, lady walks in front of us. It's someone from the WWE crew. It's like, you're sitting here. Then they go around. They sit by us. It's Sexy Red. Sexy Red is literally 2 seats away from us, her and her crew. Extremely nice, by the way. Super cool, down to earth, chill. She was having a time. I was on her Instagram story a couple times. You could just see glimpses of me. But I'm being an idiot. Like how you guys know, I'm screaming, hooting, hollering, dancing, being an idiot. And she's laughing. And just having a good time. Then comes to my favorite match of the night. Is the Sheamus Butch Pete Dunne match. So it goes to the commercial break. Sheamus comes out, goes around high-fiving people. He gave me a high five. Mitts. That guy has mitts. I thought Sergeant Slaughter had a huge hand. He's up there too. And by the way, extremely soft. I thought they're going to be a little bit rough. He's got soft hands. And Coach, you know my hands are soft. Probably the softest hands ever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say, it's up there with my soft hand.
The softest hands in District 186.
Oh, softest ones, and it's natural. I don't know how. I just got sweaty palms, and it's just
He doesn't even
smooth as a
moisturize or
baby's
anything,
butt.
fellas.
I don't know how.
When you
But
spend
we're on
4 years
TV,
in a
you can
football locker room with him, you learn some things.
Oh, buddy. Don't drop
but
that
those
soap in the
those are
shower.
stories for another time.
Oh, for the love of God. Okay, keep going, bro.
I will. So it's probably after the women's match, I get a call from Instagram. It's Killian, because we don't have numbers. We just use the, hey, turn. I'm like, where are you? Yellow shirt standing. I can see him. So he can see me clearly. I'm waving. We're talking a little bit. Show comes back on. Finish it. Then, of course, I get my moment where, I'm not going to lie, this whole experience, I was getting a little bit burnt out in wrestling from, watching every week, coming in the pod. I get burnt out. But this reunited my love. I just felt like I was really part of the show. Just talking to everyone, the sign, then just them zooming in on my reaction face. By the way, the same hat, same CM Punk bracelet. Finish of Gunther versus Sammy, which, by the way, I knew deep down Gunther was going to win, but the way they performed in that ring, I honestly did believe Sammy had a solid chance of pulling that off. But they do that, and then they come out, hey, please stay. We're going to do a second taping. Spoiler alert. This Monday night is a tape, because I believe they're in London this week for promotion work.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it. I'm not going to, it's for the Kofi and Braun Breaker match. And everyone's cheering Kofi. I lost my voice from some drunk cigarettes and screaming at that match. So a combination of that, I don't know how this happened, but they can still hear me. I'm just barking. Just doing that. Sexy Red just looking over. They got their heads down. Her and her friends are just, shaking their heads. To the corner of me, I see Samantha Irvine. She kind of gives me one of those side eyes, like, what the hell? Then she just shakes her head. I go, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. She goes, no, you're not. I go, you're right. You're right. With Samantha. And I'm sure Big Daddy C is right now crying wall, wishing it was him. But nah. The Fritos had that moment. Then they come out a little bit more. Cody comes out. Thanks everyone for it. Oh, by the way, I don't want to spoil anything. There is another match. I believe me and my fiance are going to be on it. It should be the main event. Just keep your eye out about the very end, because we do something. You could easily tell we were into it. But back to the story. Cody comes out doing what he normally does. Talks to the crowd. Thanks everyone. Took his tie off, signed it. Found a smaller child out in the crowd. Probably the hard cam faces off of that side where, like, green shirt guy normally sits out a little bit farther back. I'd say a kid no more than 5 or 6, full Cody outfit. He picks him out, comes to the ring, gives him the tie, takes a picture, and then goes, all right, everyone who's, still here, stay around. I'm going to take pictures and sign some stuff for you. So he comes around. I'm not thinking, I should have had him sign the sign, but I'm not thinking. I'm just thinking, I'm tired. I want to get a picture, but I'm not leaving, because my fiance had her phone out. I'm like, we'll just do a mine, then we'll dip out. I should have her done on her phone, then have him sign the sign. My mistake. Next time I see Jay. So he takes my phone, the one I'm using, which I'm never getting rid of. I'm going to encase this. Took my phone, took a picture, then went on our merry way. And the crew, when they're cleaning up from the Prime stand, they're handing out the Prime bottles out like candy to everyone. So still unopened, by the way, Prime from that showing. And it's going to be right there forever. But yeah, literally the best night of my life for wrestling. I'm going to have to start working overtime. I'm going to have to start selling crack rock, because I can never go up in the regular seats. I'm going to have to be ringside from now on, because it was the best moment of my life. And if you're ever debating, should I spend the extra money for it? I'm telling you, just do it. It is worth the experience and more.
Not gonna lie to you, I was laying in bed and I was talking to my wife, and while I was super duper happy for you, I was big time hating too. I'm like, oh my god, that should be me right now. I knew I should have went to that show Monday Night Raw. I literally, it was like 3 o'clock, and I was thinking to myself, like, you should really just buy a ticket and just drive down there. Like, there's gonna be parking, there's gonna be a spot for you. You can go and whatnot, and you should just do it. Just do it, Mike. Just do it. And I'm like, no, no, no. I'm gonna just watch the show from home. And literally all Monday night, I kept getting reminded I should have bought the damn ticket because that man Fritos got first class service. Oh my gosh, man, you my man's Frito. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, like you're one of my favorite people on this earth. But fuck, man, I was like, damn it, it should have been me. It should have been me.
It
Oh
should have
man,
been me, not
oh
him.
my,
It's not
oh my
fair.
gosh, it was great. It was great, man. I'm so happy for you. I called Fritos and his amazing fiance on their drive home, and I just wanted to hear him talk about it and to see like his eyes light up and how him just tell me everything. Like it was perfect. I was so happy for you, man. Real happy for
Thank
you.
you. Oh,
Yeah, that
by the
was.
way, sorry to cut you off, Coach. By the
No,
way,
you're good.
me and the fiance made a new friend, huge wrestling fan. Not doesn't live too far away. We're going to try to get her on the podcast too, folks. By the way, she's got some great stories. All you fans are going to love it.
Yeah,
So go
Fritos,
ahead,
I
Coach.
just want to say, I watching for you all Monday night and just everything, and I know I took the picture of the sign that you had and everything and sent it in our group, and I think I posted it on my social media too to promote you there. And dude, I'm just so happy for you because that's such an awesome experience. I am like Virgil. I am a tad jealous because I wish I was there with you, but if anyone deserves it, it's you, man, because you're an awesome person, and I'm glad you got to experience this.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Indeed. And one thing that we all got to experience that we're going to talk about now, it happened at Bad Blood. We're going to talk about the return of this man. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm wearing his shirt tonight. The Rock returned at Bad Blood at the end of the show. Me and Coachman kind of got into it a little bit. The Rock then went on to talk more on social media, and he's been posting about his return all week long and the manna and how you just feel, a difference, a connection when The Rock walks through the screen and the crowd and everything like that. The Rock is poised for a return. There were rumors that came out earlier this week that he would not be wrestling at 41, and he said, don't believe that BS. So, The Rock is coming back. The Rock will be wrestling. How would you guys book it?
All right. I'm going to do a build up. Survivor Series. I don't want him part of the match. Still do the Bloodline Civil War. I know they're teasing potentially bringing Jay. On some social media, bringing one of the other cousins in. I can't think of his name. Lance Anuli, whatever you say his name. Teasing. They were kind of a little bit teasing him a
Ano,
little bit,
the
bringing him in.
Anoi, the Anoi family. Anoi.
Yep. Lance Anoi. Bringing him in. You still got Zillafatu. I just say bring a little bit more of the family in. End of the match, you have the OG Bloodline win. At the very end, you can see Roman going for the beat necklace. How do you say it again, Mike? Or Virgil, sorry. Don't mean to throw you
The
up your name.
the Ula Fala.
Yep, you see him reaching down after pinning Solo for it. Rock's music hits. Beelines down there, knocks Roman out, just goes on a rampage, destroying the OG bloodline, takes him, but then turning on Solo because losing has consequences. So he's got the necklace, then just still slowly building up some promos here and there. Rumble. I want The Rock to cost Cody in the match somehow. Interference, distraction, something. Roman's in the final four. for the Rumble. Hit
I
his
know where you're going
music.
with this.
Another distraction. Roman goes over. You see Rock grinning, wearing it. Then going on, you book it for WrestleMania. It's a triple threat match. If they don't do anything with Randy and they do something with him and John, this is just how I'm kind of doing this. Triple threat. They all have beef with each other. But Roman lets Cody win to retain the title after spearing The Rock. And he looks down. He wants what's rightfully his, to be the number one tribal chief. Takes a necklace and goes on to help build up for their match in WrestleMania 42. I'm just saying, I'm a Booker of the Year for a reason, but I'm just saying.
So I like where your head's at there. I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to say that he doesn't show up at Survivor Series, but maybe we get like a video from him or something. I don't think he's going to actually show up. Now, Royal Rumble, though. Roman's in the Final Four. I'm going to take you back to Royal Rumble. I believe it was 2015 when it was Roman, Big Show, and Kane. Rock's music hits. He comes out and helps Roman. But this time when Rock's music hits, he's there to take out Roman instead. So a nice little callback to that disaster of a Royal Rumble when Roman won and the Philly crowd was booing the entire time. Maybe kind of do it that way to set up that WrestleMania match. I just don't know if doing it like that is doing a triple threat the right call. I think having it be just a straight up one-on-one match for the rightful head of the table. I don't think Cody should be involved. I think Rock and Cody will probably have a match before WrestleMania, but I don't. And if we're doing logical storytelling, Roman's probably going to cost The Rock that match for the title. And that's when we'll get that kind of final payoff for Cody and Randy for their match. So that's where I like your option though, Fritos, but I just don't see how they can do a triple threat. It just doesn't. I don't think the fans are going to like that.
I think they might if they're building it up the right way. I mean,
yeah, of course.
Like I keep seeing on all the reports, they're not ready to pull the trigger on Rock and Roman. It'd be perfect for Vegas. TKO's at. It's going to be one of the biggest WrestleManias ever, I feel like. So they should pull the trigger, just like I said earlier. Roman and Rock, Randy and Cody, then do Gunther versus John. That would be the best way for me booking it, especially with John's farewell tour. John gets over, then because they already teased with that video of The Rock, eat a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, pointing at John. So, I mean, that's definitely going to happen because they know that's a moneymaker. And with him retiring the end of next year, so who knows? But, I mean, The Rock did say he still has unfinished business with Cody. And both of them were in there looking the ring like, who's he here for? You or me? So the triple threat option for me makes a little bit sense, combining both stories and just ending them.
Yeah, I know The Rock said he wanted to come back and he wanted to do something and build something that is sustaining. He didn't want it to be the end of something. He wanted it to be the beginning of something. So I think that this storyline goes longer, maybe to the end of next year as well. It might be finished maybe around Survivor Series of next year, or could go further than that. I don't really know. But what I do know is that for this year, I do think The Rock wins the Royal Rumble. I do think that The Rock will then go ahead and face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. And I think Roman is the one that cost The Rock that WWE Championship culminating in them starting a feud between them two wrestling against each other at SummerSlam of next year. I do think somehow, somewhere in between SummerSlam and WrestleMania, even though Cody will retain the championship, he will lose that title to Roman Reigns. And then it will be it will be Roman versus The Rock next year in it's not in Indianapolis. Where's it at next year? Where's SummerSlam at next year? They already
It's
announced it.
London. It's London.
Oh,
That'd
in
be
London,
big.
and it's a two-nighter, two-nighter in London. So, like I said, I mean
No, wait, no, that's the following year. It's in London. It's New York, MetLife
it is
Stadium.
New York. It's MetLife. It is MetLife. You're absolutely right. Yeah, MetLife Stadium. Rock versus Roman Reigns. Can't get any better than that. Like I said, MetLife Stadium in the Meadowlands. We will see what happens. But now it's time for us to see my favorite segment of all of the ones that we do. Guys, it's been a long time coming. And I done waited a mighty long time to say this. But it's finally time for Fritos Fave 5.
Fritos,
Virgil.
favorite 5.
You know what to do, and it feels so damn good seeing it. Hear my music!
Yes, sir. Right, coming right up.
Oh,
There it is.
oh, that sweet guitar riff. We don't have sponsors yet, other than the mommy cutout, and hopefully Zen. God, it feels so good. Popping one of these 6 milligram spearmint Zens up in the upper decky. At number 5, I've got Seth freaking Rollins coming out talking shit to CM Punk after his promo. Thought it was fantastic. A way to build up their match when Punk returns. And cutting that promo, it's really different. Seth feels a little different. I'm looking with Bronson Reed. Bronson is probably one of the hottest heels coming in now. And I believe their match is going to be fantastic. At number 4, I know you guys hate this, but I got 2. Because of the storyline. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Their stories are intertwining right now. It's really interesting to see how Kevin's going to tell us why he's turning heel. And I'm curious on what's going to happen to Randy's storyline going on, especially with that WWE Championship right there, the way he looked at it and kind of grinned. So I'm really interested on their storyline and how everything plays out. I've got Jimmy Uso. That return was glorious. He deserved every moment. I had flashbacks when Naomi came out. Welcome back. Welcome back. We've missed you. And I thought their match was fantastic. I'm looking forward to the build-up for Survivor Series. And they're going to put on a banger of a match. At number 2, I've got Sheamus. Being front row right there, that was the match of the night. It was fantastic from everything. And by the way, again, super soft hand. So he gets extra brownie points in my book. At number 1, you know who it is. It's me. I get the number 1. The last fan shot. I am the WWE Universe. I am the red hat shock face guy. Same hat too, by the way. Same bracelet. Guess what? I am the number 1 moment. I am the number 1 pain reaction. All right? And that has been a Frtios Fave 5. Yeah.
Oh,
Beyonce, because the windows are open and people can hear me, apparently.
Well, hey, screw your neighbors with that trench that they did to you.
Oh yeah,
there's
yeah.
Screw
Well, there's
your
a
neighbors.
story about that. I think they're moving her out, so I have zero idea what's going on there.
Oh, nice. You finally got rid of her, old hag. All right.
We don't know what's the situation with her, so I'm not going to be that mean, but still upset about that trench.
Oh, God.
All right, Coachman. How would you grade his Fave 5?
Well, I like the little heel turn you did there, Fritos, at the end. Definitely. So I'm gonna give you an A- because First thing I have to dock. You had 4A and 4B. You know how much we hate
Timeout.
that.
I know, but I explained it because of the storyline going on. So it
I
works.
know.
perfect.
I know you did.
So,
I know you did. I know you did.
kiss my arse.
But let's just say that's more of a half takeoff for what the rest of the full takeoff is for why it's only an A minus. I liked every single one of those wrestlers you put on there, but you gotta include Bryan Danielson.
Honorable mention. There you go.
Still
You
an A
can't
minus.
add now. The music ain't playing anymore. It's over.
Do. Honorable mention. Bryan Danielson. Do.
I did love how you put yourself as number one because I think that's great. I did love that one.
Total heel turn moment, but I
Yeah,
love it. I
definite
do
heel
love it.
turn. I loved it.
I do love it. I love it. Fine, Fritos.
See it
For the
coming.
very first time, mark this in your calendars. I am giving Fritos an A freaking plus. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it, Fritos. I liked all of them. I liked every bit of it, but I especially loved your heel turn at the end. It was great. It was grand. It was hilarious. And you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Now
Good
here's
job,
a guy who
Fritos.
deserves getting an A plus on his Frito's Fave 5, just like Aaron Rodgers deserves getting an A plus, and how he handled the Robert Saleh coaching firing.
Oh yeah, totally. Him and LeBron James are the biggest villains in like sports history when it comes to getting their coaches fired. Like they are just all about it. They can do it.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Still my
folks, listen,
QB.
if you are watching this podcast and you have made it to the end of this show, I need you to stop what you're doing right now and hit that like button for us. And then after that, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Guys, we are just a couple hundred away from reaching our goal of 2,000 subscribers. Guys, I appreciate you so much. Everybody that is a part of this, we are building something together and we are trying to bring you the very best in wrestling every single week. Our podcast, we appreciate you. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, follow. Once again, we are the We Book It Boys, Fritos, Coach, Virgil. We also got Killy, and we also got Tank, and we also got Big Daddy C. We appreciate
Time
all
out.
of
You
you.
didn't say the
Yeah,
right way. Big Daddy C.
Oh, that's
Good
not
night,
what I thought you were
everyone.
going to say.
Good night.